I moved into a studio apartment in Brooklyn in January 2019. The building was old, built in the 1920s, but the rent was cheap and the location was perfect for my commute. The apartment was 4B, 4th floor, end of the hallway. The first few weeks were normal. Then one night around 2 a.m., I woke up to the sound of someone walking in my apartment. Footsteps. Clear, distinct footsteps. Walking from the kitchen area to the bathroom. I lived alone. The door was locked. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and checked the apartment. Nobody there. All the windows were locked. The front door was still locked from the inside. I convinced myself I had been dreaming. 2 nights later, it happened again. Same time. 2 a.m. Footsteps. Kitchen to bathroom. I was wide awake this time. I watched as the bathroom door slowly closed by itself. No draft. No wind. The door just closed. I started asking my neighbors if they had ever experienced anything strange. Most people just shrugged it off. But one older woman who had lived in the building for 30 years pulled me aside in the lobby one day. She asked me if I lived in 4B. I said yes. She nodded slowly and said, "Be respectful. Don't acknowledge her, but don't disrespect her either." I asked her what she meant. She told me that a woman had died in apartment 4B back in 1987. Her name was Margaret. She had lived there for 40 years. She died in her sleep, and nobody found her for 3 days. The footsteps I was hearing? That was Margaret's routine. Every night at 2 a.m., she would get up to use the bathroom. That's what the previous tenants had reported too. The woman told me that as long as I didn't bother Margaret, Margaret wouldn't bother me. I lived in that apartment for 2 more years. The footsteps continued, like clockwork, every single night at 2 a.m. Kitchen to bathroom. Sometimes the bathroom door would close. Sometimes the sink would turn on for a few seconds, then turn off. I followed the old woman's advice. I never acknowledged it. I never spoke to it. I just let Margaret do her thing. But one night, about a month before I moved out, I woke up and saw her, standing at the foot of my bed, an elderly woman in a nightgown. She was looking at me, not angry, not sad, just looking. We made eye contact for maybe 3 seconds. Then she turned and walked toward the bathroom and disappeared. I moved out the next month. I heard the new tenant lasted less than 2 weeks.